Welcome to the Festival of Storytellers. I thank everybody that's involved with this process because we know writers need readers and writers need publishers.
Experience is not about the publisher, it is about us, the authors.
Hello, welcome to the Festival of Storytellers, Day 6. Happy Monday. Well, my name is Joanne Radke, and I've written several books, but the book we're highlighting here beside me is Why Is My House Always a Mess? And it's a way to declutter and organize your home in just 30 days. So you'll learn how to do that in just 30 days. This is a day-by-day, step-by-step 30-day training course. Really, it's a workbook, and it will give you tips on how to declutter your home. And my book is different than any other declutter book because I put the God element in it. We are human, we make mistakes, we are procrastinators, and we don't always get to decluttering when we need to. All the people I talk to about decluttering, it's amazing. Oh, I need to get your book because, my house is a mess. And so I would suggest that you go to www.declutterinthirtydays.com. So it's www.declutterinthirtydays.com. That's 30days.com. And when you go to that page, you will see several pages on that link. One is just talks about the book. Another talks about how to join the Declutter Club on Facebook. So click a link to join there, and we'll send you some freebies through your email. There's another thing, a 5-day challenge of decluttering. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So Manic Monday, Terrific Tuesday, What to Throw Away Wednesday, Thursday, and then Fun Friday. Terrific Thursday, and then Fun Friday. So anyway, it's a fun link to go to, www.declutterinthirtydays.com. Also has a page where you can, if you're Canadian, click on the Amazon.ca, or if you're American, Amazon.com, and you could actually download the book by e-reader, or you can buy the book and they'll send it to you. So go to that website and be blessed when you do. Thank you, Zilch, for saying hi, and I'm glad you're with us today. So anyone who has any questions about decluttering, my second book that's coming out in the next couple of months is this is Why Is My House Always a Mess? The second book is Why Why Am I Always in Debt? And the third book in the series is Why Do I Have Toxic Relationships? So it's how to get rid of toxic relationships. Second book, how to get rid of debt and how to balance my books and how to prepare for the future financially. So that's coming out in a couple of months. But if you join my Declutter Club, I will let you know when it comes out. Then you can buy that one too. So Why Is My House Always a Mess? Second book, Why Am I Always in Debt? And the third book, Why Do I Have Toxic Relationships? I also have written 3 children's books, picture books, and Reader's Magnets publishing my first one, Jessica the Dreamer. It should be out in a couple of weeks. And the second book in that series is Jessica's Dilemma, and they're actually doing the illustrations now to get that one going. And the third one is Jessica and the Giant Marshmallow. So the first one, Jessica the Dreamer, is about Jessica thinking big. Hi, Ethan. Great to see you today. Thanks for listening. Anyway, Jessica the Dreamer. The message of it is you can be anything you want to be with God's help. Jessica wants to be a famous a cook. And so how that goes on, that's a good little book. The second book is Jessica's Dilemma, and it's about judging. A new kid comes on the block and gets the part of a play that Jessica wants, and she's mad and judges this little girl and how she works all that through. So the second book is on judging. 30 days is not enough to organize your home, but it's enough to learn the lessons of how to do it, Anita. So if you go through this step by step, you will see how to declutter anything, the steps to take to declutter. Deanna, I think many of us went through a phase where our house is a mess. Yes. We're all in the different stages of a messy house. I have 3 rooms in my house that are messy. The rest are neat and tidy like a showroom. I have a bedroom upstairs. I throw everything in. When I have company, everything out of the closet from that spare room goes into that little room. So that's the one bedroom. That's a mess upstairs. The rest of the other 3 bedrooms are nice and tidy. And then I've got the garage, which I'll get to in the summer. At least I hope to. I say that every year. And then there's one room in the basement that is a mess. And that's basically because I put an entrance in the basement from my garage, and it went into my storage room to get into the apartment downstairs. So I had to move everything from that storage room into another room. And I only had like an hour to do it. So I just threw everything in this other room, and I'm sorting through it. And hopefully I can get to that in the summer and finish it off too and have it nice and neat. That'll be in my storage room and my food pantry. This is a unique self-help book with God as center of organizing your life. Yes. So this book will teach you how to declutter your home and organize, but it will also put you in a 30-day, every day connecting with God. We start with a quote on decluttering, and then a scripture. And then we talk about the bulk of how to declutter. And then at the end, we've got questions, and then we end with a prayer, and then a proclamation of how we're going to do better today, kind of thing. So we do that every day, the same format. And by the end of the 30 days, hopefully you've established a habit of spending time, hopefully with God. Christine says, I think this is such a helpful book, especially during holidays when it's the busiest, but also the laziest to clean up afterwards. Yes. So some of the tidbits I say in this book is basically declutter 15 minutes a day, or 15 minutes. Everybody's got 15 minutes here or there. And start small, start with a drawer or a cupboard. And when you get that clean, you get encouraged to, and you go on. That's how it goes. But I've got tips on how to clean your closets, what you need to have a nice wardrobe, but not a big wardrobe. For instance, if you have 5 to 7 shirts or blouses, 5 to 7 pairs of pants or skirts, and a couple of dresses for the women, you can, and a couple of jackets, you can actually have about 70, 75 different outfits, mix and matching. And you don't need a lot to do that. Yes, I do have some stories from readers or friends who've read my book and applied it to their lives. One of the ladies who helped mentor it, helped edit it, she was so excited about this book. She actually helped me do some videos, her and her husband, on decluttering, which you can watch on www.declutterinthirtydays.com. Signing up on the Facebook link to be able to sign up. On my Facebook, all of the videos are there. Okay, so she just went and decided to declutter a cabinet in her bathroom, in her kitchen. And when she got that done, she was so excited. She took a picture, put it on Facebook, and then she went to do another cupboard. And before you know it, she was realizing how easy it was to declutter. It wasn't so overwhelming, which we all think, oh, there's room. What am I going to do? But she was excited about that. And then another lady who was another one of my editors, she was, she just started right away decluttering her basement. And she's given me a couple of updates. Another one went to her garage and started doing her garage and then her basement, and just found it exciting to finally, after so many years, have her basement nice and clean and a garage nice and clean. So it is rewarding to put these tips in practice. So tip number 1, just go at it 15, 20 minutes a day. Tip number 2, do the box method or bag method. So you got 4 boxes or 4 bags. Basically, 1 is, what am I wanting to keep? Secondly, what am I wanting to give away? Thirdly, what am I wanting to sell? And 4, what do I want to throw out? So, and another key is to do it quickly. What's going to go out, say to the thrift store, put in your car, get it ready to go. Don't leave it in your house. And throw away, put it in the garbage right away. And sell, put it, in your car to sell, or a place in your house where you're going to have a selling place where you can put it on Facebook to sell them, or however other way you're going to sell them. Hi, Victoria. Like any other activities, it's always the start that's the hardest. Yes, it is. I guess after it gets pretty smooth sailing. Yes, you get into the habit of decluttering and it's exciting. So now when I go to bed at night, I look around and make sure that everything is neat and tidy before I go to bed. That was something my mother taught me anyway. So if you want to know more, go to www.declutterinthirtydays.com. And it's at the bottom in the trailer, if I said that too fast. The banner that's going at the bottom of this page. Okay, so the sun is coming out and you can't see my book. There we go, that's a little better. So at the bottom, it's Joanne Radke. So where did I get this idea from? Well, we were talking, thanks, Beverly. We were talking, I was talking with my mentor who was helping me publish this book. And we were talking about the fact that, who am I? What can I do? What can I offer? And I said, well, I could be like a mom, but I said, girls especially don't want to listen to their moms. So what could I do? And then we came up with the idea of Gram. I'm of the age to be a grandma. And so they put Gram. So the book series is called Ask Gram. She'll know what to do. So that's why they put Joanne Radke. So from the perspective of a grandmother, I'm telling you, teaching you how to declutter and organize your home. From a perspective of a grandmother who has been a financial advisor, I'm coming to you from that perspective to talk about debt and budgeting and all of that. From the aspect of a Graham who has been a pastor for many years and counseled many, many people, thousands of people. I'm a Graham, but I also have the credentials of pastoral counseling credentials to come from that aspect. So I come with credibility, and that is with relationships, how to get rid of toxic relationships. So that's where Graham came. And so my whole series of Graham is from the perspective of a grandma. People love their grandma and want advice from their grandma. Are the pointers in my book my own ideas? Some are and some aren't. I got some from others. I got some from experience. I've been decluttering for 50 years. So I know the ins and outs of it. I've watched lots of decluttering shows. I've read lots of decluttering books, organizing books. So I've come from a lot of information. And so from what I've learned, that soup of what I've learned through the years and read, this book has come out. And so it's really a very easy reading book. It's not a big, heavy thing. You could read it like every night. You could have one little chapter. It's only a couple pages each chapter. And you can have the expertise of somebody who's done it for many, many years and continues to do it. So that's how I got to writing my series on why is my house always a mess? Why am I always in debt? And why do I have toxic relationships? I love organizing around the house. It's a very satisfying thing to do. Yeah, when you are a perfectionist, it is. And so you have to kind of lay it down. When I grew up, my mom was a clean freak, so we vacuumed the couches and chairs every week. We'd pull the couches out and vacuum behind the couches. And then I shared a house with another lady, and she wasn't used to that. And it really offended her that I wanted to vacuum like I learned how to vacuum. So I lessened that. I didn't vacuum the couches every night or every week, maybe once a month instead. So I slacked off a bit to accommodate her, and she got better in accommodating me. So it worked. It was hard at the beginning because she was feeling like I was better than her in that regard in cleaning. But who cares? It doesn't matter, does it really? We focus on the big stuff, not the little stuff. That's a little thing. Anyway, so yeah, don't be a perfectionist. It will drive your family crazy. What can we do to overcome procrastination? Institute the decluttering process in our homes. Well, it's just basically putting one foot in front of the other, getting up out of bed. That's a good thing you could start with. And then decide, okay, I put a plan in place. What am I going to do? But don't make it a big plan. Like, I'm going to clean the garage today and the basement tomorrow and another day, something else. It usually, when you do time management and put what you want to do in a day down on a piece of paper, 95% of the time, you only get half of what you've put down done. So be good to yourself. Don't be too hard on yourself, but make a plan. Today, I'm going to do this. Today, I'm going to clean a drawer. Tomorrow, I'm going to clean a cupboard. Or tomorrow I'm going to clean 2 drawers. Whatever, put a plan in place. And when you stick to it and you do it, you click off. You click it off. I did that. I did a drawer today. I did a cupboard today. And you feel good about yourself because you've accomplished something on your plan. So getting over procrastination is just doing it, asking God to help you, give you the grace to do it. None of us want to do certain things in our life. I hate vacuuming. And so when I have to vacuum, it's like the last thing I want to do. And I'll put it off till almost midnight at night to get it done. And I think, why am I doing this? It only takes 10 minutes to do. And I'm struggling all day to do it. So again, my website, www.declutterinthirtydays.com. Join the Decluttering Club on Facebook. Buy my book on Amazon. The links are there. You just go and click and you can do it. And I challenge you to the 5-day challenge and just have fun with it. Another aspect of decluttering is get your family involved. We talked before about your children. Get your children involved. And just be aware of your children, how sensitive they might be. In the book, I share about when I was a young girl, about 9 or 10, I went to Sunday school every week and got a Sunday school paper that I read through. I loved them. And so at the end of my week on my Sunday, I would put that paper in a nice box, fit perfectly. It would go on top of all the others. And that was my Sunday school box, my treasure box of Sunday school papers. Well, one day I came home and it was out of my cubbyhole. It was gone. And I said, Mom, what happened to my box of Sunday school papers? Mom says, oh, they were a mess. I just threw them out. I went, Mom, how could you do that? And I was devastated. First, that it was my stuff she was throwing out without asking me. And I never get them back. And so I was upset. And so be sensitive to your children. What's junk to us is treasure to them. And work with your children. Okay, Christmas is coming, your birthday's coming, you're going to get some gifts. Why don't we put 3 gifts, 3 of your toys aside or 5 of your toys aside? Who would you like to give to the poor? What would you like to give them? And have your children involved in that process. The best part of your book is that it's meant for 30 days and not a one-time thing. Yeah, it is less of a pressure. But you can go over it every month. Start at the beginning again every month. It's like a devotional rule every month. But it's making a habit, 30 days. It's 21 days to make a habit. So if you start small and do it every day, 15 minutes a day, your home will be nice and clean and decluttered and organized, by the end of the year. If you did it every day, the book every day, you would get, that would be 12 times you've read it. And your house would be immaculate by then. Yes, parents do play a pivotal role in shaping our next generation. Through our guidance as parents, children learn essential life skills, values, and behaviors that contribute to their development as responsible and contributing members of society. And so we want our children to grow up being kind and compassionate, looking to others and not just themselves. This generation nowadays is a me generation. You owe me generation. We need to change that, and only we as parents and teachers can do that. So as we look to our children, we're sensitive to them, to what they think and their needs. And, we don't sweat the small stuff. We deal with the issues, the major issues that can wreck their character. But we deal every day with their little hearts. And so to be sensitive and ask God to show you when to discipline, when not to discipline. Maybe something happened at school today and your child is mad or devastated or whatever and can't talk about it. Well, keep that in mind and try the next day to talk to them, or, but to help them get it off their chest, help them to deal with the situation in a godly way. When doing a general cleanup, where do you think we should start? I usually tell people to start in the messiest room that you live in the most. So usually that could be the living room or the kitchen, things all over the place. So one thing when you're getting your family involved, get your family to pick up their stuff after them pick up their stuff every day, not just hang up their coat and put their homework away, but dealing with all the things that are theirs in the room. So I go with a box, and anything that's not supposed to be in this room, I'll put in the box. And I do that for every room. And then when I'm walking upstairs, this belongs in this bedroom, this belongs in that bedroom, this belongs in that bedroom. And so you're taking stuff from downstairs and putting it upstairs. But you can give it to your child or your husband and say, okay, this is yours, put it away. And or it'll go in the garbage. That's a good rule to get them moving fast. And, if they lose a couple things to the garbage, they'll learn, I got to look after my stuff, or mom's going to throw it away. Not that we want to, but how else are we going to teach our children? You can tell them you're going to put it in the garbage and then just take it and put it in the cupboard and wait until they get upset and ask them, well, I told you I was going to throw it in the garbage. What are you going to do next time? And then, in a week or a month, you give it to them or put it in their room. So there's lots to learn and lots to do when it comes to decluttering your home. Bathrooms are important to keep clean on a regular basis, a couple times a week, to clean them for sanitary reasons. Also, things like your makeup. When was the last time you bought makeup? How old is the makeup you're using? It shouldn't be any more than 3 months. They say if it's 3 months old, you need to throw it out and buy new. I know that can be expensive, but it's how we use our makeup. And stuff like that can break down in chemical reactions when it gets older. Parents must serve as role models for our children, influencing their attitudes and their behaviors by demonstrating positive traits such as empathy, honesty, and perseverance. That's right, Red. We need to do that. We need to teach our children perseverance and to be positive, to think positive, and to think of others rather than themselves. So this is a good way to get your children involved and to be able to work with them in all of the areas of their little lives that they're trying to work out. Their crises in school might not seem like anything to us, but to them, it's a big thing. So to listen to them and to help them, guide them through those processes where they can forgive and bless others. Jeffrey says, I believe in decluttering. I have had depression and started clearing out the mess. These things that come to my thoughts improve significantly. They are more positive. One of the things I say in my book, I talk about I cannot work in mess. And that's true. If my desk is a mess, I cannot work. I have to clean it up before I can work. I've got a stack of file trays that are stacked up. And in each one is a little box that's labeled. And this is to do with work. And each one is an aspect of my work that I need to do, like sending cards out to people, making phone calls, doing different reports. So when I get emails through the mail, I'll print them off and stick them in those boxes. And then one day a week, I'll grab them, work on that box, and put it back, and the box is empty, ready for another week of requests from people. And that's how I work. But my boxes are always neat and tidy. So I don't have a stack of papers. I have little boxes with related similar requests in them. So I'll take one box, work on them, get them done. Take another box, work on them, get them done. And then before you know it, they're all done, ready for another week's of emails. And so every day I work on something different. So it might take me half a day to work on grief cards, for instance. So I have that little box with grief cards, grief requests. My mother died, my dad died, my husband died, my wife died. And so I work on them, send grief cards, and update their files. And that's how I keep organized. That's how I keep on top of my work. And so I have each day is designated for a specific work thing that I do. Like Monday's reports, and I send emails to all my team. Tuesday I'm in the office, physically in the office, so I don't work on my files. Wednesday could be the grief cards. Thursday could be another group of people I call. And then Friday, report day. And then I start again on Monday, do the same thing. And so everything gets done. How do I encourage my children to clean up after themselves? Their rooms are always quite messy, and I'm scared they can bring this until they go to college. Well, yeah, in my experience, messy kids stay messy until they get married or until they become responsible adults. Some stay messy, even then you can't do anything about it other than just continue to work with them. But again, you don't want them to be you. We have to realize that we have to overlook some of the faults. We try to steer them to clean their room up every day or every week. But if they still don't do that, you just leave them in God's hands. Ask God to help them because He's the one who can change their hearts and help them. Being a parent is profound responsibility, carries significant importance in shaping the present and future of individuals and society as a whole. That is so true. Well, I think my time is almost up. Once again, I want you to encourage you to go to my website, www.declutterinthirtydays.com, declutterinthreezerodays.com. Joyce has tried decluttering many of her things, but I often find keeping most because I always find value in them. What should I do about this? Yeah. If you have like collections, I used to collect spoons. I used to collect hankies. Well, what am I going to do with them? My spoons I hang on my wall. My hankies clutter up space. So I gave them away to somebody who had their own collection. So I had 250 different, not napkins, hankies. And they were from all over the world. And some of them were lace and some of them were not lace. And I love them. And I'd go through them and look at them and, but what am I going to do with them? Leave them for my children to get rid of when I die? So I ended up giving them away. One thing you can do, if it's a group of things, put them in a cupboard to store, keep one or two out, or some people frame them, because, if they're sentimental, that's important to keep them. So I have 2 memory boxes. I have one for my mother and her side of the family, and one for my father and his side of the family. And so they're picture boxes. So it's like several little spaces, cubicles in this picture frame thing. That's a wide picture frame. And so I have things of my mother's and my grandmother's and my great-grandmother's and father's on my mom's side, and the same with my dad's side. So they look totally different. But I look at it, I have them all hanging on my wall, and I look at it and I think, that's my great-grandfather's Bible, Gideon Bible, when he went into the First World War. And that's his pair of sunglasses, and that's his wallet, and that's Mom's whatever, So I've got different things on each one, and they all mean something to me. My dad's side, I've got this square little paperweight with a chess knight in it, because my dad and I used to play chess all the time. And so that's a memory for me, remembering Dad and our chess games. So things that mean something like that, okay, display them, honor them by doing that. What advice can you give to those who've been maximalists but are trying to be minimalists? Again, it's asking God to help you let go of the stuff. My dad was a hoarder. My brother's a hoarder. I was a hoarder. And it's hard to let go. But when you make the decision, I want to let go, and God, will you help me let go of this stuff? He will help you. Okay. Well, my time's up, so I really do need to go. Thank you so much. Mark John has a lot of sentimental things, but I don't have any space to store them, and I'm having a hard time sending them away. What can you do? Yeah, that's hard. But again, it's asking God to help you. Lord, what can I get rid of? You only need one thing from a person, not 10 things. And I've had to do this with my parents. When my mom died, I had a lot of her stuff. As the years have gone on, I can go through it, give this away and give that away, give this away, give that away. And I've been able to do that. And it's no big deal. I love my mom, she loved me. And I've got some things that are hers, like my little sentimental box that I have hanging on the wall. That's how I've been able to deal with the sentimental stuff that I had from her and my father as well. I have his pocket knife and his pocket watch, and that's all I need, really. So ask God to help you, and he will. Well, thanks again for watching today. We'll be back tomorrow, and signing off now. Bye-bye. Thank you.